Pardon me, Morty Vicar. Hey YouTube, Hexfile2708 here. Welcome back to part 10 of my 500 subs Q&As. I think we've got how many pages left? One, two, probably two, yeah, just over 2 pages left, guys. So a few more parts to come, so get yourself comfy and we'll crack on with part 10. Next questions from Lee Valian. Basically says, what's your greatest gaming memory, moment in gaming which holds a special place in your heart? I had to think for quite a bit on that one. That's pretty deep. But for me, probably one thing that I do remember fondly was doing work experience for Codemasters. I think it would have been either late 80s or early 90s, can't remember exactly the year, but I managed to, I lived in Leamington Spa at the time, and Codemasters worked out of a place in the UK called Southam, which is only a place that's, you know, 3 or 4 miles away from Leamington. One of my friends knew the father of the Darling brothers, and managed to arrange 2 weeks work experience. So I did two weeks work experience there as a games tester, so playing through a lot of games on Commodore 64, Amstrad 464 and the Speccy. You know, but basically playing through the games, trying to get games crashing or, you know, find bugs in them and things like that. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And probably the highlight of it, I think they got an imported Japanese Super Famicom, and I can't remember what the game was that came with it, but you know, that was the highlight for me, being able to play on that as part of my work experience, if you like, before they even got released in this country. So that holds, you know, special memories for me, and you know, I thoroughly enjoyed the work experience with Codemasters. So that answers that one. Sir Diggory asks, was that a hairdresser at the door by any chance? It wasn't a hairdresser at the door, it was just little old me. But as you can tell from the video, I did get my hair cut in between, done by the wifey. So if you're watching this, wifey, you do a great job, and I'll be hopefully later this evening getting it all chopped off again. So watch this space. Good friend of mine, Jodeci Mudvayne, 4 questions coming up. First of all, what do you think is the best thing about retro games that modern games lack? For me, I'd say the amount of time you actually play them. For me, modern day games, you know, they haven't got the lastability, if you like, of the older games. The older games I used to sit and play for months and months and months and get huge enjoyment out of, and, you know, as a on the flip side of that, you know, Modern Warfare 2 came out last Monday, I think it was. I picked it up on the Monday, and I think by the Tuesday afternoon, 9 hours of gameplay, I'd completed the single player campaign. And you know, back in the day, well, I never experienced a game that was so short. So, you know, for me, that's the problem with the games of today. They just don't last long enough, and you don't necessarily get good value for money. So that's that one. What was the most addictive game you ever played, a game that you could not put down? Retro-wise, probably games like Renegade or Robocop on the Amstrad 464. 2 absolutely amazing games. I've got Renegade again back on the Amstrad 464, but I'm yet to pick Robocop up. But used to play those for hours and hours back in the day. Absolutely loved them, never got tired of playing them through. And probably on current generation, both Resistance, the first one, and Batman Arkham Asylum. Batman Arkham Asylum I have spent so much time on. Admittedly, I've not put it on since getting my PS3 Slim, But you know, I've played those for hours and hours and hours, and you know, they're the sort of game that I'll put on and play, and you know, I'll say to the missus, "Oh, I'm just going to finish this level," and then like 3 hours later, I'll come up to bed, and you know, she just laughs it off. She knows exactly what I'm like and how addictive some of these games can be. So that answers that one. What's your favourite heavy metal CDs or albums that you own? Absolutely loads, to be honest, matey. Probably my favourite album of all time is State of Euphoria by Anthrax. So, you know, that's the album that I listened to, you know, back in the mid-80s that got me into heavy metal and, you know, got me listening to Anthrax and them being my favourite band. You know, I've got other albums like Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast. Absolutely love Iron Maiden. Seen them several times in concert. Ozzy Osbourne, big fan of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. Absolutely love the Ozzy Osbourne tribute album to Randy Rhoads. You know, that's been played to death on my hi-fi system and in the car over the years. And then another album, a band called Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. Again, that's an album I listen to a hell of a lot, and I never get tired of listening to it. You know, it's the sort of album that when you're playing it, it gives you goosebumps. I absolutely love Pantera. So that's to name a few. I could do a whole 11-minute YouTube video on all my favourite music, but you know, that's not what this video is about. So thanks for your questions, matey. Moving on. Oh, sorry, hang on, I've missed one. What do you think is one of the things that Sony should have done with the PSP to make it better? The PSP 3000 I've got, to be honest, I can't fault it. I absolutely love it. Got close to 50 games for it now. The screen is fantastic. Battery life's acceptable, you know, and you can always buy the longer lasting batteries for it if you choose to do so. Capacity wise, it takes decent sized memory sticks. It plays music, it plays, you know, the movie playback is absolutely amazing. The only thing I don't like is the PSP Go, to be honest, and I don't like the way that it's gone with you know, digital downloads as opposed to UMDs. You know, most of us retro gamers, you know, love having the physical media. You know, it's pride of place. Got a whole bookshelf full of you know, PSP games, you know, that I can show off as part of my collection. And you know, with digital downloads, you obviously just don't get that. You know, it's all very well saying to somebody, "Oh, I've got 50 games and they're all on a big memory stick." But you know, to me, that's not what collecting's all about. And it's nice sometimes to be able to trade things with people, which obviously you can't do with digital downloads. So that's my opinion on that one, and I think we're running close on time again, guys. So next up will be questions from Jace's Faces and Tis Wayne. So watch this space, guys. It's getting late on in the afternoon now, so hopefully I'll get time to do parts 11 and 12 later this evening. But if I don't, watch out for the next parts tomorrow. So as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll put some more videos up shortly. Bye for now.